Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and tricks on how to paint a French manicure. This is a style that has been popular, for years and years and years, and in the recent, I feel like past year has gained a lot of popularity, and it is becoming like a huge trend again to get French manicures. However, I feel like the trends are changing from your basic pink and white French manicure, and now it's just any color design. You can have printed French manicures, all sorts of, fun kind of interpretations of it, and it is becoming super popular again. So a lot of people have asked me for my tips on painting a French manicure, and so I'm going to show you guys today. So for my base color, I usually recommend something semi-sheer or opaque for your French manicure base color. The reason for this is that if you use clear, as your nail grows out, you'll actually be able to see your natural nail through that clear gel or acrylic, whatever you're using. So I usually recommend something with a little bit of color, so as it grows out, you won't be able to see your natural nail through it. However, if that's your style, then by all means, you can definitely use clear. On my nails, I have the Luminary Nail Systems in the color Faith. This is a opaque to sheer gel, just depending on how thick you apply it, but it's a really nice kind of like neutral pinky peach color. So this is what I have on my nails today. And also I wanted to mention that if you are painting a French manicure on really, really long nails, I definitely recommend using an opaque color because it'll give it the look of an elongated nail bed and just have like a more elegant look, in my personal preference. Anto Nailland was kind enough to let me use her photo as an example here, and I drew a line through it of where this client's nail bed probably actually ends, but you can tell because she used an opaque color that it actually extends the nail bed and makes it look longer. A couple gel polishes that I just wanted to mention is the Magpie Forget Me and Not. It's a nice neutral, semi-sheer color. If you are looking for something more pink, the Magpie Come What May is another one that's really great for French manicures. It just has a little bit more of a pink hue to it, but again, a semi-sheer, so it's just going to add a little bit of color and it's going to extend the life of the French manicure. So first I am going to wipe the tacky layer off of my nails. This is because if you are painting fine lines or details or you want a crisp line, if you leave that tacky layer on, it's going to be a little bit slippery and you're not going to be able to get as much of a crisp line. For my black French, I'm going to be using the Magpie Gel Paint Plus in black. I recommend using a gel paint or something that is highly pigmented and you won't need a lot of coats and you can actually paint it on kind of thinner. That's going to be so much easier than trying to paint a French manicure with something that's like really sheer and you need to put like 3 or 4 coats on. Using a striping brush, this one's from Ugly Duckling, as well as just your standard gel brush for filling in the French. So I'm getting out a palette and I'm placing a little bit of that black gel and I'm just running my striping brush through it so that the gel is evenly coated on the brush and I won't get like a big old glop of gel on the nail. So I'm starting on one side and I am kind of marking where the very top of that French manicure is going to be, and then I'm going to kind of look on the other side and line it up and then paint the other side as well. So I'm getting both sides the highest point of that French manicure, and I'm going to try and make them even, the same length on both sides. Then I'm going to use that brush and create kind of a swooping curved line on one side for the French, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and connect it. Once I've got the general shape of the French, I'm going to use my gel brush and just quickly fill in the rest of it with that black gel paint. And you can see, because I'm using a gel paint, I only have to do one coat of this and it goes on really thin. So this is why I recommend, if I was using a black gel polish, one, I wouldn't be able to get as crisp of a line, and two, I'd probably have to do like 2 coats or something like that. So I always recommend, another good one is the Light Elegance buttercreams. Those are highly pigmented and you can paint them on really thin. So a gel paint or any type of gel that's highly pigmented and it's not super thick. Now once I've filled it in, I can go back in with my striping brush and just refine it a little bit, and I make sure to check all angles to see if it's even, and I can go in and adjust things here and there. Another little trick is, again, painting the sides, and then I'm going to actually paint a little line in the center, kind of like right in the center, and then as where I want that French to be. And this will kind of give me a little bit of a guide when I am painting those curved lines. So I'm kind of making sure those 2 sides are even, and then I'm gonna again put that little line in the center, and this is gonna kind of create a little guide for me. So you can kind of do this, you can kind of create as many little lines here and there as you need so that it can help you get that French to be even. I do like my French to be a little bit of a deeper French, so I don't like it super like straight across. You can paint it whichever way that you like. I just like mine to be a little bit more of a deeper French because I think it creates more of like a nice, elegant look. I also recommend curing one nail at a time. So if you're working on a client, you can do one nail on one hand and then have them go in the light to cure it, and then move on to one nail on the other hand and back and forth. But this way you won't mess it up on accident. So doing French can be a little bit, again, intimidating, and it can be a little bit stressful. So once you get it the way you like it, just cure it. That way it's stuck there, stuck in place, and you're not going to mess it up, or your client's not going to bump it or anything. One thing I did want to mention as well is if you make a mistake, you can always take a gel brush with some acetone or some alcohol, just a little bit, and you can kind of run it along that edge and kind of clean it up if you make a mistake. Remember not to use too much alcohol or acetone because it will spread and it'll just ruin the whole thing. So just a little bit, and you can clean it up that way as well. Now I'm going in with my no wipe top coat, and that's it. That's all I needed to do. I don't need to do another coat because that black covers really nicely, and then they're done. All right, and there's how I paint my French manicures. Pretty simple, not too difficult, especially once you get the hang of it. Let me know if you guys are loving the new, I guess, reinvented French trend, or if you are over the French, you don't want to do it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.